If you want to work on any data science projects or AI projects, you need to work on a data, and data is typically stored in various different formats. Normally data is present in databases, and databases is having again different schemas. So if you see relational database management, it may have the different structure, and if you see the NoSQL database, it may have the different structures. If you pulling out data from those databases, the data is normally stored in various file formats, and these are the some of the file formats which I have shown here. Like some of the data can be stored in CSV file, some data can be stored in Excel file, JSON file, XML file. Even there are some more formats like feather format, Parquet format, and apart from these 6 formats, there are few more types of file formats are available. You can just figure out on internet. You will get to know more about this. But these are 6 most widely used, and out of these 6, mostly the people prefers CSV only, or sometimes for data interchange between the various APIs, the JSON is used. For document storage, XML is preferred, and if you have a specific software, then a specific software from Microsoft, just like Excel, then you can going to prefer Excel formats. Every file formats are having their own pros and cons. So let us see. I will show you first what is the data. So let me show one by one. So if I'm going to see this product.csv, the same data is stored in various different formats. So if you see here, this is the product data. This is the header of the data. Product ID is available, product name is available, brand is available, price is available, category, in stock, description, and specification of a product. And if you see, all the words, values are separated by a comma. That's why it is called as comma separated values. Every new record will come to the next line. So this is the first record, this is the second record, this is the third record, this is the fourth record, and so on. So currently we have only 4 records, but you may have 1,000 records, you may have millions of records, and so on. So this is comma separated format, and same data is stored in other formats also. So let me show you Excel. So you know Excel very well because you already worked with Excel. So in Excel, basically we are going to have a cells, we have a columns, and we have basically rows, and in that cells we are going to store a data, and in sheet the data is basically maintained. But this, to work with Excel, we need a separate software which should be compatible to open the Excel files, like Microsoft Excel or any other softwares which is compatible to Excel files. Let me show you same data present in JSON file. So in JSON, if you see here, this is the JSON data, and if you see here now, the list is started here, and the list is ending here, and inside the list, right? So this curly brace started here, this is going to end here. So it means that this is the first product, this is the second product from here to here, this is the third product, right, from here to here up to here, right, and this is the fourth product, right. Inside this, so this inside JSON, the data is stored in terms of key value pairs. So if you see here, the product ID, the value is 1, name, value is laptop. So whatever this left hand side, these are basically keys, and these are basically values. So this is product 1 data, this is product 2 data, this is product 3 data, and so on. So the data is stored in this particular way. Next format we are going to see, that is XML. So XML stands for Extendable Markup Language. So XML version is 1.0, and the encoding is basically UTF-8. Data started here, and this is the basically in XML we have a tags. These are not predefined tags, these are basically user defined tags. So the data started here, and the data in tag is here. So all the data is between these particular 2 tags, right? And inside the data tag, we have multiple rows. So the separate tag is created for each row. So row started here, the first row is going to end here. The second row is starting here, and the second row is going to end here. Third row is going to start here, third product, and third product is going to end here. Fourth product is going to start here, and fourth product is going to end here. Now inside this particular row, if you see, this is the index tag. This is again user defined tag, not a predefined tag. So this is the product ID, name, brand, price, category, in stock, description, and again specification, multiple values are present. So this is the data for one product. This is the data for second product. This is the data for third product. This is the data for fourth product, and so on. And even there are few more formats like feather. If I'm going to open this file, I can't open this file, right? If I'm going to open this file in forcefully, right? You can see these kind of things. So it's a basically binary file, and it's not a human readable file. So we can't read this particular feather format. So, and to read this, to work on this, we need one separate package, that is a PyArrow package. I will show you that basically when we are going to see how basically this data can be loaded into Pandas DataFrame. So, and again, let's come back to the next last format, that is Parquet format. Again, this is the binary format, which is not human readable. We can't read this. So if I'm going to open anyway, and if I'm going to show you, right, few of the characters I can read, but few of the characters we are not able to read. And this is again binary format. So these are the 6 formats right now we are seeing. These are 6 different types of file formats in which we are storing the data. Every format is having their own pros and cons. So if you basically you want a human readable format, then definitely you should not go for feather format and Parquet format. You can go for CSV, you can go for JSON, you can go for Excel, you can go for XML, and so on. But if you want to go for some compression techniques, you want to compress the data, then instead of this CSV, JSON, let me open this particular image so you can see in detail. So if you see here in detail, right? So this is the CSV, Excel, JSON, XML, feather, and Parquet. So see one by one. The format type for Excel is basically text. Excel is also text, but it's a proprietary based from Microsoft. The JSON format is basically again text. XML format is markup language, and these two are basically binary. So we are not able to read this. Readability, this is readable, human readable, this is human readable, this is human readable, this 4 we can read, but this feather and Parquet format we can't read. So it's a binary, not human readable, not human readable, right? Complex data type, it means that nesting, right? If you want to go for nesting, limited support is there for CSV. This is limited support. This also support JSON is supporting basically nesting very well. So supports nesting. So let me go to JSON. Let me show you. So if you see in this curly brace, right, there is one more curly brace, right? So this is basically called as nesting, and this JSON supports nesting very well. Then in case of feather, structured tables are there, and Parquet also supports nesting, but it's not a human readable. Metadata support, this is limited. XML is basically extensible. We can create user defined tags. Feather is support. Feather and Parquet basically supported this particular metadata support. Compatibility, widely supported. Widely used is basically a CSV, widely supported. If you have to use Excel, then requires a software, Microsoft Excel or any other software which is going to open Excel files. JSON, widely supported. In API data exchange, normally it is basically JSON is preferred. XML requires parsing. You are creating a tags and you need to parse the tags to get the data. Feather, less support, and Parquet also limited support. Use case, general purpose, we are going to prefer CSV. In this Excel, the spreadsheet is there. Again, JSON, flexible data, hierarchical data. If hierarchical data, if you are going to have, then you can you can prefer XML also. Feather, if you are going for data analytics, you prefer feather or Parquet. Then data size, suitable for small data size, suitable for small database, small to medium. Large data set, if it is there, then it is definitely preferred Parquet and feather. Then efficiency, simple structure, serialization, hierarchical data, hierarchical supports nesting, proper nesting, fast read access, and efficient storage. So storage point of view, efficient storage point of view, if you're going to prefer, go for Parquet. Compression, usually it is not using compression, it's uncompressed. It can use compression, right? It can use compression, but support compression. Widely used in data exchange, if you have to transfer data, basic tables, then CSV preferred. In case of Excel, business and finance, web APIs and configuration, JSON preferred. Document storage, XML preferred. Data analytics, big data and data warehousing, Parquets and feathers are preferred. Pros, lightweight, human readable, formulas, formatting can be supported here. Supports nesting data, hierarchical data, fast data access, efficient analytics. And cons are basically limited data types, less efficient, proprietary, limited data for manipulation, limited for data manipulation, This is less efficient. Verb, it's complex. XML is going to become complex little bit. This is not human readable and less support, and this is limited support and not human readable, because still they have a very small community, and people mostly prefer this. It depends on data, depends on use case also. So if you are working on data, big data and data analytics projects, definitely you should prefer for this. So right now, what we will see now, we'll see if your data is present in those files. See, we have 6 files here. This is the CSV file, this is the feather file, this is the JSON file, Parquet file, Excel file, and XML file. When we want to transform data, when we want to pre-process data, when we want to clean a data, if we want to build a machine learning model, or if you want to do some data analytics, right? Then we need to bring these all types of this all data from these all different types into Pandas data frame. So how we can read this? So Pandas is very popular library for this. So Pandas is having functions for each of this particular thing. Not only these 6, apart from these 6, there are few other formats also. You can just figure out those formats on internet. So let us see how to read CSV file. So let me select an environment. So I have selected test environment, and let us import a Pandas. So once we are going to import Pandas, so in Pandas, the method available is read_CSV. And see, I'm going to give inside data, right? The product.csv I'm going to give. Index column I have set as 0. And if I'm going to do this, so data is going to load. So in this way, CSV files can be loaded into Pandas. If you want to store, if data frame is now created, and if you want to store into a CSV file, instead of read CSV, you can give a toCSV function. So let me just do one thing. So if I'm going to uncomment this, so df.toCSV and save as a product.csv. If I'm going to do the same, if I'm going to execute this data frame is again written back to product.csv. And if I'm going to read it again, so again same file is we can read it again. So this is the way of reading a CSV file. This is the way of writing the CSV file. So I hope you understood this CSV file. Let us go to the next Excel file. When you want to work with Excel file, then you need to install one package. So let me show you that package. Basically, open py excel. So pip install open py excel, and let me just run this. Okay, first select a kernel. This package is already present in my virtual environment. So let me execute this. It will show requirement already satisfied. If it is not installed, it will install. So when you want to work with Excel file, you have to install this particular package. So this is the important thing. This will work. This will allow you to work with Excel file. So either you can give directly pip install open py excel, or you can give exclamatory mark here also before pip. That is also fine. Then just import the Pandas, and this is basically, see, this product.xlsx. So Excel file is having extension as .xlsx, and we are going to read using read Excel. So if I'm going to run this, so this data, whatever it was present in the file, it came into Pandas data frame like this. And if you want to write the data again back to this, so df dot, instead of read Excel, you can give to Excel and the path where you want to create the file. So if I'm going to do the same, so again this data frame is written back to the product.xlsx. So if I'm going to read it again, so it will read it again. So this is the way to work with Excel, right? Then let us go for the next now. Let's go for JSON. So in JSON, again, let me select a kernel first, and let us, once kernel is going to select, import Pandas. The function available is called as read_JSON, and you can give the product_JSON. So the JSON file is this. So this file we are going to read now. And if we are going to execute this, which model is not found, products.json is not found. Oh, so product.json, right? So it's present inside the data. So what we can do, just right click on this, copy relative path, and here we will give this enter path, because data is folder name is not specified here, right? So data, it is present inside the data, and give the forward slash, right? So if you see earlier also, it is present inside the data folder. That's why it was giving the problem. So let me execute this now. So if I'm going to read JSON file now, the file is JSON present in JSON format, and the function is read JSON. So it is going to read. If you want to save again back, don't save into JSON. don't save into CSV, save into JSON. So to JSON, and the format will be JSON, right? So let me execute this now. Again, it has written back in the same place as a product.json. And let me run this again. So it is going to read it again. So this is the third format. Fourth format is basically XML format. So let me show you XML format. So XML is having user defined tags. This is the format which is used as XML. So if in your company is preferring XML formats, your data will be present in this kind of structure, then definitely you have to prefer this way to read the data. So let me just run this particular test, and let's import the pandas, and the function is read XML, and the file name is basically products_XML. This file basically data is same, present in different formats, and this is the data which came here. And if you want to save back data into again the same place, to XML is there, the product.xml. If I'm going to save, this is going to save. So this is the fourth format. Let's go to fifth format, that is feather format. So if you want to work with feather format, you need to have a PyArrow package. So let me tell a little bit about PyArrow package. Yeah. So, and if you want to install this PyArrow package, right? So initially select a kernel first. And if you want to install the PyArrow package, let's create one cell here and let's write this. So pip install PyArrow. So you need to install this particular package before working with feather format. So this is already installed into my system. If it is not installed into your system, it will install that particular package. Once you are going to install this package, you can work with feather formats. So let's import pandas. File is present as a feather format, and the function is read feather. And if you are going to read this, so data is present. See, when we are going to open this particular file, we can't open this file because it's a binary file. It's not a human readable file. So this is the data. We can't read this, but when we are going to open this particular file into as a data frame, pandas data frame, we can see the data present in this particular file format. And again, when we want to write the data back into feather format, so you can use to feather format. So products.toFeather. Let's execute this. Again, this particular data frame has written back to the that particular location with same format, files.that products.feather format. And last format that we can see now is basically, let me do one thing now. Let me click on file, save all. Okay. And last format is basically Parquet format. Again, we can't open this file because it's not human readable. It's a binary format. So let's go to Parquet format, and let me just select a kernel. So select a kernel test and import pandas, and see the function is present, read Parquet. The data is present, file is again present in Parquet format, right? So let me just open. Yeah. So this is basically, so this Parquet file and this particular feather file is basically used in the data analytics perspective. So when you want to work with big data, when you are working in data engineering step, right? Mostly these formats will be preferred in case of large data sets. And if you want to store back data frame into this particular format, Parquet format, you can use to Parquet format. So products.Parquet and so on. So this is the sixth format in which we have seen basically how we can store, read the data present in different formats, and how we can store back into the same formats. So what we have seen in this video is we have seen how basically data present in different file formats can be loaded into Pandas data frame. And again, if you have a Pandas data frame, how we can write those Pandas data frame into these different formats. So I think this is enough for this video. If you like this video, you can share this video, and you can if you are watching this video first time, you can definitely subscribe to this particular channel. Thank you very much.